Is there water everywhere in space? Does metal bond permanently in space by only touching each other? Are there lakes of methane and ethane somewhere out there in space? Welcome to Hidden Facts. Today we're discussing 8 amazing facts about space that you'd be surprised to know. 1. Water is everywhere in space. If you think water is only present on Earth, then you are hugely mistaken, as there is a lot of water out there in space, but it's in the form of ice. Yeah, that's right. Outer space is full of such ice waters, and water ice may be found everywhere around the solar system, including comets and asteroids. Even Mercury and the Moon feature permanent darkened craters, and it's plausible that these craters contain ice that may be utilized to sustain human settlements. Mars's poles are frost-covered, and there is probably ice under the surface dust. So would you like to taste that water from outer space? Number 2, the largest known volcanoes in space. If you believe that volcanoes can only be found on Earth, you are misinformed. In fact, Jupiter's moon has hundreds of volcanoes, making it the most volcanically active satellite in the solar system, and did eject sulfuric acid clouds as high as 190 miles into space. According to NASA, Jupiter's moon volcanoes emit around 900 metric tons of gases and particles into Jupiter's orbit every second. So any one of you would dare to live there if you got oxygen there? Number 3, footprints on the moon stay there for 100 million years. Since the moon has no atmosphere, there's no wind to erode the surface or water to wash away the footprints that have been left behind. This means that the footprints of the Apollo astronauts, as well as prints left by spacecraft and rovers and any debris left behind, will be preserved for millions of years. Even though the moon has no geological activity, natural calamities such as earthquakes or volcanoes can remove the marks. There's no wind to stir them, and there's no rain to wear them down. As a result, the imprints will stay in the same location for millions of years. So now you can also leave your marks on the moon's surface, but who would want to go there to make his mark over there to be left for thousands of years? Let us know. Number 4, when metals touch in space, they bond permanently and stick together. Did you know you won't need welding in space, as all you can do is bring them near and they'll stick more strongly than welding? This extraordinary phenomenon is known as cold welding. Since the atoms of the separate bits of metal have no means of understanding that they're distinct pieces of metal, the lumps form. You guys must be thinking, if that's true, then why would it never happen on Earth? Well, that's because air and water separate the parts. Number 5, our galaxy is going to collide with another in the near future. Andromeda, the galaxy nearest to our galaxy, is around 2.5 million light-years away. Yet astronomers think that both galaxies are on the verge of colliding, which will eventually destroy them both. The two massive objects are approaching one another at a remarkable speed of 250,000 miles or 402,000 kilometers per hour. And when they crash, their stars will be jumbled up. Some stars and planets will be destroyed as a consequence of the collision. After around 1 billion years, the two galaxies will finally merge to produce an unrecognizable galaxy. But still, you don't need to fear at all, as the next impact is going to happen in around 4 billion years. So can you imagine it and tell us how destructive it could be? Number 6, the planet Mercury is shrinking. There was a time when scientists thought Earth was the only tectonically active planet in the solar system. This implies that heat is released by the movement of plates under the crust, causing a planet's surface to deform and the whole planet to shrink. Nevertheless, a new study has shown that our planet is not the only one undergoing significant shrinking. Mercury is likewise losing mass, which was not revealed to us until 2016 when the Messenger spacecraft relayed data after completing an orbit around the planet. According to a report of the results on space.com, the data showed cliff-like landforms known as fault scarps. Since the fault lines are small, scientists believe they were formed relatively recently, and that the planet is still shrinking 4.5 billion years after the solar system formed. So what do you think of that? Number 7, Saturn's moon Titan has methane and ethane lakes. Titan, a strange moon on Saturn's system, is home to a liquid cycle that carries particles between the planet's atmosphere and its surface. This may seem a lot like the water cycle on Earth, but in reality, Titan's enormous lakes are full of methane and ethane instead of water. So on Titan, there's methane rain and lakes filled with methane instead of water. Would you have the courage to swim in it? Tell us in the comments section below. Number 8. A year on Venus is shorter than a day on Venus. On Venus, a day is longer than a year. That's because it takes Venus longer to complete one orbit around the Sun than it does to revolve once on its axis. In reality, a Venus day is equivalent to 243 Earth days, making Venus the planet with the longest revolution in the solar system. On the other side, 1 year equals 224.7 piles of Earth days, which is less than 1 day duration. So what do you think about such a long day? What would you do if we had the same situation on Earth? Would you like to learn more amazing facts about anything else? Let us know in the comments section. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so you can enjoy the excellent content we send your way.